Far beneath the surface of the earth dwell the Svirfneblin, the deep gnomes, a race related to the gnomes of the bright world. Small parties of these demi-humans roam here and there in the underworld's mazes of small passageways, always in the search of gem minerals. Their realm is a region unknown, but thought to consist of a closely connected series of vast caverns in which thousands of these diminutive creatures labor for their king. Only males have ever been seen. Wait, what? What?
Hello, Casper here. We are finally continuing with the adventure of the adventures of Gumse, the Svirfneblin Thief. Last time we left off at the troll. I don't know what you call it. A lift. It's not really a lift. Is it a? It's this thing I'm talking about. Is it? I don't know what it's called. But anything. Anyways, Gumse is supposed to cross a river in the Underdark, and there is a giant two-headed troll, sort of, who is in charge of this lift, or whatever it's called. And to let Gumse pass, the troll asked Gumse to find each of the heads of the troll 2 items. One was a large butcher's knife, or a big butcher's knife, and the other thing was a wooden bucket with a hole in it. One man's trash is another man's treasure, you know. Yes, in order for Gumse to cross the river and eventually get over to Ranger Acorn, Gumse is going to have a look-see in the area along the river to see if she can find these items somewhere. She has to start somewhere, right? So she is on the back of her spider mount called Mumbles, which is actually her grandmother's sort of pet spider. And as I rolled last time, or was it the time before, it is cautious and confident, quirky and whimsical, and it's also very old. So spiders can jump, but it cannot jump across the river. So it's very good at maneuvering the rocks along the river. But I think, I have no idea. Let's just roll with it, and let's have Gumse go north. Yeah, here it is. So she started here in Blight Bottom, went into this it's kind of large cave with a mushroom forest and blah blah blah, and you know the story if you've been watching. Visited grandmother's house, and she has to get around to Ranger Acorn around here. She's up here northwest of grandmother's house at the river, and she's going I think she's just looking in this northern area to see if there's some sort of um, not urban, but some sort of civilized area here with somebody who maybe has a, I don't know, it's you know it's a bit whimsical. So maybe someone who has a large butcher knife, and a wooden bucket with a hole in it. So this is the quest for the big butcher knife and the hole in the bucket. She wanders north on the back of Mumbles. I'm just going to say she finds something, and let's see what it is. It might not be the right thing, but she finds something. And I'm going to roll on the gum and Gumse also, maybe. I don't know, I've never thought about that before. The game unfolding machine, location, identity. And I'm going to say that this is the wilderness. Almost, yeah. Outskirts. Yeah, wilderness. I'm going to try and roll on that instead. 15. Yeah, here we go. It's an excavation. Now we're talking. An excavation. Location detail. Hey, let's try and do this. So, I don't know if I should roll all details or just a 6-sided along a 20-sided. I'm going to try and do that. You know what? I think I'm going to roll for each column. There are 6 entries. And we already got, it's an excavation. Maybe I should write that somewhere. Location. This is a horrible pencil. Cave. Then 1. What is the feature? It's in ruins. We already actually earlier almost established that. It's a ruin site. And this worth, this table says worth. What's its worth? Classist, elitist. I don't know to do that. Maybe we can. I'm going to write that in a parenthesis. Where did the word go? I lost it. And classist. Elitist. It's sort of the place value. I don't know. So, purpose. Power and energy. Purpose. Power and energy for excavation site. Somebody has been excavating a ruin for the purpose of getting power and energy. Now we're rolling on inhabitants. And I might change this row. Culture or tribe, yeah, because I think it's sort of related to this area and maybe related to the incident actually. So it might be Kuatoan excavation team. So it's culture. And what else did it say? It says the culture or tribe. Let's keep it open. So perhaps Kuatoan. And it looks... No, that is a reroll. It looks new and modern. I could interpret that it is in fact ancient, but it has this almost alien structure, but I'm not... I don't know. I'm going to roll one more time and see what happens. I get inactive, unused. That is sort of plain. You know what? I'm going to go with the word un. Sort of. I'm going to write foreign plus modern, like if you watched it with our glasses. And also I'm going to write this word. What was it again? Unused. Modern technology in a way. So it looks not like modern technology, it's just alien. Yeah, we can use the word alien to Gumse at least. Last word looking for is well, we are going to get the word, and this is around activity. Visits and meetings. So it's being used for visits and meetings. So I'm saying that the original purpose of this ruin, but it's a sort of pristine ruin, well, it's well preserved. By some sort of, maybe, I don't know what it is. It could be many different things. Maybe it was some sort of alien almost, sort of a monastery or temple, or simply any sort of, not a tank station, you know, like, but it's a place. It's a sort of maybe it's a power plant, you know. That power plant, in a sense. But okay, but it's being used by this local culture or invasive culture of the Kuatorns and other creatures in this region, or yeah, cultures. But it's being used for visits and meetings. I'm going to say secret meetings. That sounds ominous. So, nice. Good that we found the the location tables. So, she finds this place. Of course, Gumse does not. She's just, wow, what the dolphin is this? Maybe on the map, there was this little sort of cliff thing I drew on the map. Maybe I'm going to be inclined to say that this power plant, this this station, sort of rests atop the cliff, and it's almost sort of camouflaged into the environs. But I think that Gumse discovers a natural or crudely made cave entrance, or entrance, sort of. I'm thinking I'm going to run this as sort of a dungeon run using the first edition of Dungeons and Dragons, Advanced Dungeons and Dragons random dungeon generator for this. So let's see. I think now is the time that I want to mention that I have plans for uh, Gumse and how I'm going to run this from here on off. I used to play it with the uh, what is it called again? I forgot the name of it. Uh, Scarlet Heroes system, because uh, I used the Frey dice system, the damage system from Scarlet Heroes, because it's uh, built into use with Labyrinth Lord actually. But yeah, I used to use that. But I've had this idea that Gumse should find some friends. Um, actually. Um, so, and I've already actually rolled them. So I was hoping for something like this to happen. And my idea was that, oh, now it's lagging. Come on, computer. Computer, it's lagging. Yeah, I hoped I would stumble into something like this because I want to say that right off the bat, I want to have Gumse meet these characters sort of in a dungeon environment. Um, right at the very beginning, actually, so that Gumse could get some new friends, and we would expand the uh, the group, not the party. We don't have a party, but expand to a party delve instead. And by rolling this is I find this interesting. But if we are going to look for a big butcher knife and a wooden bucket, I mean, one does not know if there's such a thing underneath the excavation site. Maybe other cultures and people or creatures have lived here who has some leftovers of that. So one can say that a butcher's knife would be found in sort of what it could be like a kitchen area, and a wooden bucket maybe in a what do you call it, sanitary area, like a toilet. Anyways, so we're going to have as I said, Gumse meet some other adventurers. I'm going to say that she hears some noise coming from the cave or the opening. And the reason why the opening is so easy to see, I think I have some lag, uh, is because that um, this adventuring party uh, has uh, been removing some shrubbery, bushes, or something, and they've sort of been clearing the entrance. So, and they're making quite a lot of noise, Gumse thinks. But who does Gumse see from beyond the shrubbery in the um entrance? He sees a human. She looks kind of rough yet beautiful, and very yeah, mm, very what should one say? Self-sure. Um, and she has this stern look on her face. And she's not really the one making the noise. This is Princess Dorinda of the Rupsi. Princess of the Plains. So she's sort of she's a princess, or so we haven't met her yet, I should say. She claims to be the daughter princess of this nomadic tribe. I think in my setting, above ground, above the Underdark, there is sort of course, all sorts of different wilderness, but this is sort of from the grasslands or plains or something, and she's from sort of she's the daughter of some chieftain in some vast plains, and then Gumse gets a bit what do you call it? Little shock, because she sees this giant with one eye, who is speaking with this one syllable language, and he sounds very foreign to Gumse, but she sort of feels connected to him in the same sense. He feels that his essence or power is much related to gnomes and dwarves in some way. Feels connected to him. Anyways, he is carrying an enormous club, which we will get back to. But there's also something almost sacred or holy about him, and we'll get to that. And then she sees a race she recognizes. These are the usual gnomes, the usual sort. The the cousin to the Svirfneblins, who live maybe a bit higher up underground, more in the mountains. It's a gnome. She have previously in her life met gnomes, and she sees that this one is a gnome who can do magic tricks. Sees that right away. Actually, Nim, his name is Nim Dunkelbøl. Which sort of would be translated to Twinkle Thimble in English. Anyways, she feels that these three creatures, humanoids, are not a threat to her. And she reveals herself and goes up to them by saying, "Hello? I'm alone. My name is Gumse. I come in peace." Blah 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 blah. And and I think that they are a bit surprised to find to be surprised by Gumse in this manner, but they're civilized people, so they don't attack right away, because also Nim can see that this is a related race related to the gnomes, the Svirfneblin. So they greet each other and what do you call it? Socialize? Talk with each other, and Gumse explains them of her story and of her that she doesn't spill everything. She says that she's on an errand for Grandma, and she's nervous because of these things that happened to the lake here in the cavern, and right now she's going to look for not right now, but she's concerned about Ranger Acorn, and that she's trying to pass the river, and she's looking for a giant butcher knife and a bucket with a hole in it. And she asks them if she can join them. The party says, okay, they agree. So anyway, now it's 4 people in the party, and we'll get to learn them as we go. But I should say that Princess Dorinda, is a fighting woman, or yeah, it's not what it's called in this game. It's just a fighter, level 1, and Moloch is a Cyclops, and that is taken from the newest edition of Labyrinth Lord. But because I play Advanced Labyrinth Lord, or use most of the rules from Advanced Labyrinth Lord, I've made a house ruling that Cyclops can be clerics. If you are aware of the role-playing game Dragon Slayer, there's also Cyclops in that game, and in that game, Cyclops can be uh, fighters and paladins. There are paladins in Advanced Labyrinth Lord, but I thought it was more fitting in my setting if the Cyclops could choose between cleric and fighter instead, just to have another twist. So he's actually a cleric. So the Cyclops cleric, Moloch. And then we have lastly Nim the Illusionist, who is a gnome illusionist, level 1. Of course, Gumse, who is a thief gnome, but with my own house rulings, I took a bit from the Svirfneblin. She has these 2, actually 3 spells that she can cast, which is blindness, blur, and change stealth. So there's that. Yeah, maybe I should run through the characters. We do know Gumse, sort of. One other thing is that Gumse should have had some experience points, but I'm going to scratch that and say that they're all sort of starting from scratch here. So that's Gumse. We know Gumse. Then we have, I haven't drawn the character sketch yet, but this is Dorinda, chaotic neutral, fighter, level 1, human. Here are her stats. She is wielding a bastard sword, but she also has, I think I'm going to double that to 2. He has a bastard sword and 2 hand axes, which she can throw when she's in need of that. She's wearing a splint mail, and she has a backpack with all sorts of stuff. She also has a trinket, a broken ring of Amutet. I have no idea what it is because it's ages ago I rolled them. Anyways, now we have Moloch, Cyclops cleric. His stats, he's quite strong. Oh, I forgot to write his charisma. I think he's just got 10. Because I had them digitally and I transferred them to paper. He has this large club, and I've been wondering because there's no real large club in this game. I haven't looked in Dragon Slayer. I think there's one in there, but I'm wondering whether I should actually make it Cyclops clubs do what sort of damage they should do, and I was thinking about doing it the same as a bastard sword, which is 2d4. But let's look actually at the weapons here. We have a normal club, which is 1d4, so I thought, hey, it's two-handed, so it's 2d4. But then I thought it's a Cyclops club, who is sort of a small giant, and I thought, should I actually make it 3d4? Because you can see down here, I think it's that is, okay, here as two-handed, your two-handed sword is 1d10. I actually thought it was different in the book. Okay, maybe I should just keep it at 2d4. Let's have the yeah, let's just keep it at 2d4. And then he's wearing a chainmail and of course, some clerical robes or something like that, similar like that. I think his holy symbol is quite weird. It's either, I'm picturing actually, if you have like a hand, I don't know why this is just a picture I have, like a palm here, but without the thumb, and then you get 4 fingers more here, and 4 fingers more here, and 4 fingers here, but with an eye in the middle. That is the symbol. I don't know why. That is sort of the idea I had for the holy symbol, but I think the eye is moving around independent, so it's sort of a holy symbol. It's sort of a Cyclops belief. Anyways, yeah, you'll get to see why I play how a Cyclops works. And then we have Nim, Bunkelbull. Bunkelbull. Yeah, it's quite intelligent and also very dexterous. I should say I rolled all these. I did not roll them down the line. I rolled 6 times and then I moved them around. So I rolled quite well here. Ba-ba-ba-bum. Yeah, so he's a gnome with a lot of daggers. He has 2 normal daggers, throwing daggers he can throw with. Then he also got 3 silver daggers. So I also rolled that randomly on a generator. So he's carrying lots of throwing knives. Yeah, all his gear, and then he also has a trinket. I cannot remember where I rolled it, but it's an wax apple, which actually looks like more like a pear, what do you call it? Like this shape, but it's actually not an apple even. It's a South Asian sort of fruit. Anyway, I don't know why he has this. I don't know. The spells he has are Doppelganger, Phantasmal Force, and Mirror Image. He cannot cast Mirror Image yet. So that's that. But he will be able to at level 2. No, maybe no. Actually, first at level 3. I think. Yeah. Rap, rap. So, anyways, those are the 4 characters, and you will see their details in play. I can see that I've already recorded whole 40 minutes, and I really think we should get going. Now I lost Moloch's page. There we go. So these are the characters. So what are the others doing here, though? I should maybe roll what they are doing. I think there is a table for motivation. Yeah, there's this motivation thing here. I think I'm going to roll on that to see if it makes sense. 14. Retrieve a stolen item. Huh. You know what I think? I think that somebody who meets here stole a religious or relic from Moloch's church or his temple for some reason, and they've got intel or clues that led them to this place. So they have, of course, been found an entrance somewhere down to the Underdark, and it has led them here. Okay, great. So they have joined up now, and let's do this. One little thing before we start, I should mention that I had also planned that they could maybe go into the dungeon of made by Svirfneblin, the Tomb of the Serpent Kings, but I think this will be the randomly generated dungeon to begin with. Yeah. So, yep, we seem to be going to start, and I think we're going to start in the middle. As prescribed. Some sort of room. Let's make it untraditional. Make it like this. I've never started like this. But it's sort of... Even though the entrance looks natural, I think maybe there's one more bit here. Maybe like this. There's no stairs. And I think we're going to maybe do it reversed in that sense that they're looking for a way up to the power plant. But so the beginning here, sort of natural cave, and it quite quickly but goes into more like a structure that fits the upper structure of this dungeon. And I think that here, these are doors. So, yeah. I think it's still like, you know, doors in that sense that they can be forced up. I think it just looked completely alien to them. And they look around. Oh yeah, look. Two of them has dark vision, infravision actually. Gumse, who has the best infravision of 120 feet, and then the gnome, who has 60 feet, but the others don't. So one of them is going to pull out a torch, and that, of course, completely destroys the two gnomes' infravision. So they can just see like the others in torchlight. Who is going to hold the torch? That is a really good question. I think it will be Nim from Funkelbull. I think it's Dorinda who lights the torch and says, "Nim, it's your turn. Here you go." And she just hands him the torch. And then says, "Ah, my infravision is ruined." Or maybe more like, "Ah, my infravision is ruined. Ah." And yeah, he's going to, it's his turn. And they are doing turns on the torch, and now it's his turn. So Nim is holding the torch. And then I've been lately, I don't know, maybe I'm living under a rock, because I also watch other solo tubers doing solo stuff. And there's this Scottish guy whom I haven't noticed before now, and it's 2 years old or something, his content. Maybe he has new content too, but I don't know. But he's called Wizard Deblos. He's really Scottish with Scottish humor. I like that. But anyways, he has this thing where when the party decides stuff or when they go somewhere, they have an opinion, and so he's rolling for each character. Each character has a six-sided die, and for instance, if we have a three-way here, um, um, then the party, they say each die is like, okay, so if let's say that this is Nim's die, and the red one must be Dorinda, and the one with the big foot here must be Moloch, and this one with the hedgehog is Gumse. So here, if I have three choices, on a 1 and 2 it will be left, and on a 3 and 4 it will be north, and a 5 and 6 it will be east. So they can have different opinions around certain stuff, and I quite like that idea. So let's try and see where the party wants to go. Yeah, what's in favor. So Dorinda and Moloch wants to go east, and Nim and Dorinda, it's a tie. It's a tie. They want to go the other way. So who's going to? Yeah, that's silly. Who's going to win the argument? 1, 2, 3. It's Dorinda and Nim. It's Moloch. Moloch says, it's my artifact, or it's my... they stole from me. We are going east. Okay. So, anyways, we're going east, so they walk over there with the torch. Dang, 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 dang. And they're going to listen at the door. So, demi-humans have 1 and 2 chance to hear stuff at the door, so we're going to roll with 2 of them. Let's have Gumse and Nim listen at the door. They don't hear anything. They come back, the 2 gnomes. We are quite sure there's nothing on the other side. Now I could really use my usual tracker. I'm going to make another tracker of time up here. Let's see. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Going to have double of these. So this is 4 hour, 8 hour, sorry, span, which I think is. What did I say? This is 12. 12, right? So so this one is okay. 1, 2, 3, 4 hours. Oh my god. So let's say they got the double of that. So here, 5, 6, 7, 8. They cannot stay there much longer than that. Okay. So took 1 turn. Listen at the door. In because Labyrinth Lord is based on BX, it's every second turn I roll for wandering monsters. Okay, anyways. So let's get this door up. Who is the strong person? Moloch. And in this game, thankfully, we can add the strength bonus to the force door roll Moloch has +2. Oh my god. So it's on a 1, 2, 3, or 4, actually, the door goes up. Insane. Here I come. And he, uh, he puts his shoulder against the door, but it won't budge. So, does not go up. We're going to roll for Wandering Monster. Oh my god. I rolled a 1. We have Wandering Monsters. And I think it would be funny to use Folio, which because I am a fan of random tables. Also for dungeons, because I think people misunderstand that all sorts of creatures can be in dungeons because they are mysterious and weird. Of course, I should say if I roll a completely off the rails monster, I will re-roll. It doesn't make sense. And luckily here they have tables for various stuff. They got these thematically made, also thematic dungeon tables, whereas there should be one around here. But I think we're going for the dungeon one. Monster level 1. So, we're going to use that one. Interesting. 71. Giant rat. Yes. So, 5 to 20. What? So 4 times 5, 20. So what am I using? 4? 5? 4-sided? I think I am. Okie dokie. So, let's see. 4, 6, 9, 10. 10 giant rats. I'm going to roll to see if any of the sides are surprised. We are the white die. None are surprised. I think it's in EX and in Labyrinth Lord. I think it's 2d6 times 10 feet away. I'm not mistaken. 1 sec. Sorry, not times 10, but yeah. Yeah, actually, I think it is. So 60 feet away. Tops. So they could be coming from the outside and in, sort of. They've been watching us from somewhere and they're running in and they're... Okay. So we cannot see them. Are they going to act first then? They obviously are, but if they're 60 feet away, they can't reach us. So I think 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm so used to playing OD&D, so bear with me with the numbers. They have movement and rat. 12 or 6. I think it must be 6 in... I don't know. Oh yes, they have. It's like OD&D actually, so it's a third of normal movement. So they have 40 in combat. If they're swimming, they have 20. So 40. They can. Let's see. I don't know where they are exactly outside, but so. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4. If they are here, that's 1, 2, 3, 4. They cannot reach us. Did we? You know what? They're coming in. I'm going to dice it. Um. Yeah, I'm going to dice it. It's uncertain. So they are attacking us, but who wins the initiative? Um. ah, We are the white die. We win initiative. So they're coming in around the corner here, and they're about here. So, because normally it's the normally I have up here. This is normally my marching order, but here it's not my marching order. The normal marching order for this group will be usually either depends on the corridors, but it will be the two tanky types in front. Normally, I would put a cleric in the back, but not in this incident, because he's also just been trying to force the door up. So it's Dorinda and Moloch in front normally, and then Gumse and Nim in the back. But I could also walk in a straight line with Dorinda first and Moloch in the back. But in this case, I think actually it's the two gnomes who are in the back, but we win initiative, so it's not that bad because it's such a short distance, and I do Theater of the Mind combat. They move, the two front guys move up and attack. I have almost no room for my stuff here. Let's get the combat tables out as well and the character sheet. There we go. I should say I have written down there to hit chance the characters, but I need the rats. I forgot to write down the stats of the rat. Here we go. Giant rat. Movement I can remember, but they have armor class 7 and 1d4 hit points each. 1d3 disease. 25% chance that the disease proves fatal. What? One sec. I'm going to read the giant, the rat. 5% chance the characters contracts the disease. The saving throw versus poison is permitted, and should it fail, characters dies of the disease in 1d6 days later. A successful saving throw indicates that the character get ill and is bedridden for 30 days, at the end of which they are 25% chance disease proves fatal. The spell cure disease will cure this infection. Rats may be warded away with fire. The party maybe does not know that. They are adept swimmers, blah, 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 blah. Okay, so... okay, 5% chance contracts the disease. Is that on each hit? And every time it says, okay, every time. I need to roll. If I roll a 1 with a 20-sided, the character will get. Oh shit. Okay. Good that our Cyclops has excellent saving throws. So, good. Let's have our fighter first. Oh, whoa, whoa, whoa. Yeah. Normally it's a missile. Actually, in this version, I think it's movement and oh, I can't remember. I do it a bit differently because I don't like this. I like this. What do you call it? Order. Uh, Missile movement slash, and then spells, and then melee. That is the order I go by. It's not correct, I think, but it makes sense to me, and I'm used to that in OD&D because arrows are faster than movement. So, do we have any? I could say Gumse is the arrow sword. She could have been ready with a bow. I think she is. Has she has 14 arrows left actually. Okay, so she shoots. Let's have Gumse first. Whoopsie. God damn it, that's a miss with the miss attached. So now it's Moloch. No, Dorinda. She wields her bastard sword two-handed in order to hit armor class 8. Was it 8? Forgot again. I forgot to write it down again. I'm a douche. I should also mention maybe that my computer gives off so much heat that I'm melting. That maybe also get to my poor little brain. Armor class 7. Okay. Okay. Here we go. No, another 2. Double ones. She misses, then it's Moloch with his big club. Here I come! You smash rat! Back on rat. 9? Moloch just needs to hit. Let's see, actually. I don't think he will be able to. He is rather strong, though. Armor class 8. He needs... What? 7. Sorry, 7. Yeah, he misses. He needs to roll a 10. I've already added in his strength bonus. Oh my god. Then it's Nim. Does he interfere in the combat? Does he throw a dagger? I don't think he does that. Shit. Maybe he should. I think he will. He's throwing a normal dagger. Yeah, he should maybe have done that. Nim. Actually, armor class... No, he needs a 12. Damn it! So, he throws a throwing dagger, so yeah, he... Yeah, okay. Now it's the rats. And I rolled 10 rats. And my phone is ringing. Okay, sorry about that. That was phone. The phone. Yeah. Now, let's see how many rats can actually attack. They are 10 rats. They're small. And we are occupying about. It's 6. I would judge it's. Yeah, maybe 9 rats actually. So the 2 fighters first. So it was 1d4 damage they do. This is not... Oh, one thing I forgot actually. I forgot to make a reaction roll. They might not have attacked us. Shit. Okay, anyways, let's do it. First rat. Misses. Second rat on... Let's just say it's Dorinda. Oh yeah, yeah. Misses. I think it's a miss. Could be. She's armor class 3. Yes, it needs a 16. Now on 3 rats on Moloch. Could maybe roll. I know, let's do it. Just do it like this. Wow. Oh my god. Okay, Moloch is bitten by a rat. It takes 4 points of damage, and this leads us to the following thing. 2 following things, I should say. Yeah, first off, let's take his HP down. And I should mention that I use the advanced optional rules of hit dice. So some classes have a bit more, a higher hit die. And I start them at level 1 with maximum possible hit points. So Moloch has 13, now down to 9. And I'm going to roll a 20-sided die to see if he has. He's not deceased. Last rat that bites him misses. So now it's either, let's say it's Gumse. It last 3 rats attack Gumse. Gumse has armor class 5. And misses. No, just checking. 12. Armor class. No, armor class 5. No, it needs a 14. Misses. Okay, good. So, initiative. The rats win initiative. Shit. No. We are the white die. Sorry. We win initiative. We can no longer use ranged because they're standing in our faces. So we got Morinda first with a bastard sword. She hits a rat and kills it. So that is 1 rat down. 9 rats left. Then it's Moloch. I should use the cleaver, the cleave house rule there. Oh my god, Moloch, come on. Completely misses. And Dorinda swaps weapon so she can't attack. She pulls out her... Not Dorinda, sorry. My god, it's Gumse, I should say. I lost Gumse's second. Here we go. Here we Gumse. She pulls out her short sword. And she lost 1 arrow, by the way. Okay, so now it's the rat. I could also... I'm thinking that I should use a spell here. Phantasmal force. I could have Nim conjure an illusion of an enormous wheel of cheese that's rolling out of the dungeon. And see if they believe it, because phantasmal force does not have to be damage, it can also be a trick. I think I'm going to say that I'm going to prepare if we win initiative again. Okay, so anyways, so because I didn't say it, I was going to cast spells. I think he's going to cast a spell. So it's the rats. Oh my god, the rats. Miss. Miss, I think. Dorinda. Yeah, it's a miss. Ooh, she's got. That's a hit on Dorinda. The last rat bites Dorinda for 3 points of damage. Yikes. Ouch. Dorinda is down to 7. And is she deceased? Hope not. Woo! That was close. So now the rat's on Moloch. Shit! That's another hit on Moloch. He loses 1 hit point. I think that was the first. Yeah, so he's down to 8. And does he get deceased? Does not. Second rat misses. Third rat. What is that? That's a hit, unfortunately. 2 more. What? Going to cast heal himself in a moment. And no, not deceased. And then because the last rat could move up, and 3 attacks on Gumse. Miss. It needs a 14. Miss. A miss. Okay, initiative. We're going to cast spells. Oh, the rats win initiative. God damn it. God damn it. 3 attacks on Dorinda. For class 3. Miss. 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 Moloch. Armor class 5. It's a hit. He loses another 3. Shit. Is he deceased? He's not. Second rat. Misses. Rat. Misses. On Gumse. Misses. Gumse has 7. No, 5. Sorry. That's not enough. And the last one. Ah, Gumse is struck. Gumse. Gumse. Oh my god. She is one of the classes that does not have enhanced hit points. 4 points, so she's down to 3. Wow. I think that was the last rat. And is she deceased? She's not. Okay, so the spell goes off now. Let us read Phantasmal Force. I think it's this one. I think I've written down the page. Nim. Yes, page 78. I don't know if it's in this one or it's in the PDF. It's in the PDF. So, one sec. Blah, 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 blah. Ba-bum. Where is it? Phantasmal Force. Here we go. Up to a 20-foot cube. Passive illusion will disrupt if touched by creature. Observers are allowed a saving throw versus spell to see through any illusion. Ba-ba-ba-bum. Okay. It says passive illusion. I don't know if I can make a wheel that is cheese wheel that is running out of the. You know what? If it can be a monster, it can also be moving. That is my going to roll out. It's going to conjure a big wheel of cheese that runs past them. There are 9 rats left, unfortunately. So, and they save as what? I think it must be fighter level 1, but I'm not 100% sure. I think I will need to stop after this. I need to do a mundane task. Need to do laundry. Sadly. Yeah, save as fighter 1. Okay. So let's get Dorinda's feed out. Spells and spell-like devices. So okay, it's quite high. Let's just roll a couple of dice. They believe the illusion. These two do not. Two stays. Ah shit. 3 stays. That was. How many was that? I forgot to. Was that 8? I think it was. Okay. 4 stays. So 6 of the rats follow the cheese wheel out of the dungeon. I'm just going to, because I'm the GM, I think it's funny and I think it works. So 4 rats are left. So now it's us. So it's blah, 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 Dorinda. It's a rat, and the rat has 2 it's killed. So actually 1 is dead, so it's actually only 3 rats that are left. So 1 is dead, so it's 2 rats left only. I'm just going to say that. It is. Then it's Moloch, misses, Gumse, hits. So. Oh yeah. Sorry, it's D6. It's dead. So one rat is left. Oh, I should. One thing to remember now is I should remember to roll. Where did it go? Morale for this one rat. Does not have a high morale. My God. Plants. Rats. Morale 8. It stays. And it's the rat's turn. I'm going to say it's on our fighter. It misses. Initiative. And oh, it's simultaneous initiative. So let's have Dorinda first. He kills perhaps the rat. Does 3 points of damage. It has 1 HP. The rat is dead, but it gets to hit her once before it dies. It hits her with 3 points of damage. You're kidding me? As it just before it dies, it manages to strike Dorinda with 3 points of damage. Oh my god. And it's going to be completely ironic if it diseases her. On a roll of 1, it's this. It does not. Phew. Okay. Okay, so what I'm going to say, I don't know. I don't know if he could do this. I'm just going to say that the rats, Nim, I should say, needs to maintain concentration to keep the illusion going, and I would judge that probably lost concentration when the wheel cheese went out of sight. But I think the rats are so stupid that they are still looking outside, and they want cheese more than they want to eat flesh. This is what I'm saying. I've recorded an hour and 24 minutes. I should maybe be able to edit it down to a bit less, hopefully. But I will have to stop here. Not that I want to, but because it's very warm here where I am and I need to do laundry. Thank you very much for watching, and we'll continue this, of course, some other time, perhaps later today even. I'm excited about this. See you soon.